Hello again. I got another lowrider here by Greenlight and Mijo. It's one of these exclusives, limited to 3,600 pieces. It's the '86 Caprice by Chevy. Nothing really worth seeing on the back. This is from 2021. I bought this off eBay. So this would be a third generation Caprice. The Caprices date back to 1977 and were sold up until 1990. But, sorry. Sales peaked, this is a full-size car, and I guess sales peaked in 1965 with over 1 million sold in that year, so that's pretty impressive. But the third generation Caprice, like this one, was downsized from the previous ones, and could have been powered by a 4.1 liter inline 6 up to a 5.7 liter V8. In 1986, this would have its second facelift in this generation, and then 195,000 of this year were sold. Okay, so in total though, 2.9 million of these third generation Caprices were sold. That's a lot, but I think a lot of them were like government cars, police cars, and stuff like that, as well as, you know, just regular people. Get my scissors out of the way. Couldn't find pictures of a lowrider exactly like this with this paint scheme, so I think this paint scheme is pretty much just made up, which is fine as long as it looks cool. Alright, well, let's start with the top here. So I'm not sure what's going on with the roof here. Is it just dust? Yeah, nice. I think it's just dust. There is a black dot there. Alright, well, look at that graphic. It's pretty nice. It's seems pretty well printed from what I can tell. Although, what is going on here? Is that a reflection? Seems like there's a stain or a scratch right there. Oh. I don't know if it's, well, I'm not sure what the deal is with that. But everything else seems pretty nice. It's interesting, like, this graphic here is fading. It's like bright in the middle and then it fades out. Same here. This is like faded white. I'm not sure if it really needed that. You know, it could have been perfectly fine with just this blue in that triangular section. Alright, well, you can see the windows all have this silver painting around for the window trim. And then over here on the side, we now have some red lines. This thing is going here, straight, kinks up and goes straight. And it goes around to the back, but it doesn't wrap around the back. Interesting. So these wheels, they're not as small as lowrider wheels. They just look like wire wheels, but they look like normal sized wheels to me. So I would have liked them to be a little smaller, but I guess with the big wheel wells, they look kind of small, but we'll see in the comparisons. Alright, the door handles are nice, painted. Looks like a little recess below for the fingers to grab. Unfortunately, there's side plastic on both windows. I wish there was none there so you could see what's going on inside. The white walls, I guess they're okay. They're not too bad. It's just that, well, maybe this one is pretty bad. That's not very round, is it? And the tire side blocks there, yeah, they're very rough. They look kind of like truck tires, you know, these side blocks here. So I'm not a fan of those either. Silver paint here in the bottom part of the body looks alright. Okay, going around to the front here, we have 4 rectangular headlights, just painted stark white. It's nice that there's a Mijo license plate. That's pretty cool. The grille is silver, but there's black in the recesses, and it is molded, those recesses. You can hear the pick. White lights here, but they missed the mark, I think. I think they're supposed to be lower. I think they're supposed to be down here. Yeah. Something's weird about that, so not the best printing. This side of the car, nothing majorly wrong. Where's the fuel filler? I don't know where the fuel filler is on this car. Maybe it's in the back behind the plate or something. So, nice license plate again. The taillights are well done. They're, you know, kind of like a silver trim and then red, but then these little black lines separating them, so it looks like 6 lights per side. And then these little bumperettes have a little bit of black striping on them for some rubber molding detail. It's a very shiny chrome bumper, and the bumper is a separate piece. Yeah, it's a separate plastic piece. Front, yeah, it's a separate plastic piece. So press fit together, and then Greenlight tells you what the car is, so that's great. In particular, it actually says a year. It's not just a Caprice, it's an 86 Caprice. Then yeah, Greenlight around 2019, and then I guess that's the limited number, so I'm pretty far in the series. And yeah, tire treads look alright, tire width looks okay. You saw it roll, so nothing majorly wrong. Unfortunately, it's a black interior, which I don't know, I kind of feel like any self-respecting lowrider owner would have a colorful interior, you know, with crazy colors or maybe even shag carpeting or something like that. Does this even have an interior? What's going on in there? Why is that window so dirty? It's like so tinted. The windshield's not tinted, but that rear glass is very tinted. It's almost impossible to see what's going on in there. You can't see. Look at that. It's really strange. I guess some lowriders would have tinted windows because maybe they're doing some illicit activity or something like that. Alright, well, from the front at least, you can kind of see. Well, maybe you can't. It's just too dark in there. I don't know. I'm sure there's standard molded details, but we'll have to just assume they're there, because these windows are really strangely dark. Alright. Well, I do have a lowrider collection growing here, so let me get a few of them. Well, first we got this Monte Carlo from Greenlight. Oh, what? You know what? I didn't even look at the hood. Oh, this is awesome. I don't think this hood opens. Right? I think it's I don't think it's meant to open. And that's why the graphic looks so good. There's no giant hood gap, right? The front hood gap looks the same as the trunk hood gap. So thank you, Greenlight. That's a good choice. And the reason being, if you look at this Monte Carlo they did, that hood gap is absolutely horrible. The front gap is so huge. It looks nothing like the gaps in the trunk, right? Just not cool. So, and it doesn't even close properly. It's like too high. It's a great paint job and all that. Just the hood really detracts from its appearance. Look at that. It's like not good. All right, so Auto World also has that hood gap, but it doesn't seem as bad. At least the hood gap is in the back, although this, well, anyways, nice paint job on that guy. This is a 66 Impala. And then I got this old Muscle Machines West Coast Choppers thing, and this is a Chevy Nomad. This also has an opening hood, but the flames are actually covering up that gap very well. See? And then it shuts nicely, so very well done. Okay, so those are my four lowriders now. Yeah, nice. Let's get these guys away. Other thing though, the wheels I was talking about at the very beginning. I like how Auto World, it looks like they have smaller diameter wheels. Maybe yeah, they definitely look physically smaller. Same with the tire, it's smaller. So that helps lower the stance and make it look like a lowrider, I think. Whereas like this Monte Carlo, those are just full-size wheels. They're just full-size Daytons. So I mean, it's customized. It's just, to me, not a lowrider if it's not riding low. This isn't really a lowrider either, because look how high up it is, you know, compared to the road it's sitting on. That stance is pretty high. It's almost like a pickup truck stance. So I kind of feel Greenlight would do a better job if they molded some smaller diameter tires and wheels, kind of like Auto World does. You know, they don't have to change the casting of the base. They just need to have some smaller diameter stuff. Alright, but still, it's a pleasant surprise that this has no opening hood. So overall, everything looks consistent and clean. The graphics are printed very nicely. It's almost a flawless model now. Those little white things on the front bumper, they're misplaced. Not a flawless model, but pretty good effort. And for the cost of a Greenlight, I think it's fantastic. Although we don't know what's going on in that interior. I don't care so much. I like the exterior more than the interior. Okay, well, thanks for watching today, and I'll see you the next time we do a lowrider.